Recently, I had the chance to meet a couple of you in person. I met Irina and Catalina. Hey guys, if you're watching this, it's been such a pleasure. And these meetings that happened in a rather spontaneous and flowing way made me reflect on something that I wasn't really aware of up until the moment when I met you guys. A lot of you are writing me almost on a daily basis to say how grateful you are that my readings are helping you, they're bringing you clarity, they're making you feel healed and supported. But I think what's lost in this communication is the fact that you guys also help me. It's been a little bit of a difficult year for me on an emotional level, but in all of this process, my crew has been by my side, and the light that you feel I'm giving you has also been reflected back to me. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. My heart goes off to you guys. So let's get to it. Hey crew, welcome back to The Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer. Hey, hello, hi, welcome. Returning subscribers, I give you a big hug. New subscribers, you stumbled upon a really safe and beautiful occult magic space. I hope that you guys have some time to hang around and figure out the details of your next intimate, spicy encounter. So anything goes in these readings. Please come at it with an open mind. There's nothing to be afraid of. Tarot and oracle divination, if done properly, is empowering and healing. It is not a tool for evil or something that creates dependencies or obsessions. If consumed in moderation and with the right mindset, it can actually make your day so much better, stimulate your imagination, and truly get you to exercise your intuition. So I have here for you a choice of 6 options. I thought I would go old school again and give you many different options because you are a large collective, and yeah, I just want you guys to have lots of options, especially since the majority of my viewers are women. Women should always have plenty of choices in life. So I have here 6 essential oils that I use on a daily basis. The first one that I have here is one I use daily, sometimes even twice a day. This is tea tree essential oil. That's why the packaging looks a little bit destroyed, because I keep it in the bathtub. It's excellent to remove zits. It has a very fast action and it smells so fresh. So this is for group 1, the tea tree crew. Now for group 2, one of my favorite scents, we have here Ylang essential oil. It's incredibly good as an antibacterial cleanser, but it also stimulates and kind of puts you in the mood. You know, it stimulates your desire to have sex. It's calming, but it's also arousing at the same time, much like ginger essential oil. And then we also have here a classic. This is orange essential oil. I cannot tell you guys how amazing this smells. I'm sure that you can imagine it. It's kind of like the zest of an orange rind. Absolutely delicious and really concentrated. And this is for group 3, my orange crew. And then we have here, it's written in Romanian because I bought them from a Romanian company, but this is actually basil essential oil. And if you're curious to know how you read this, busuioc. So basil essential oil is really good to stimulate your money energy. Yeah, it's green, it's fresh. If you put it into a vat of water and you wipe the floor with it, you are guaranteed to unlock your money energy. For group 5, I have here lavender essential oil. I mean, this is the king or queen of essential oils. It is incredibly calming, soothing. It alleviates a variety of types of stress. It is antiseptic, antibacterial. You can use it in cooking as well. It's just super multifunctional. Okay, so lavender oil for group 5, and for group 6, I guess you guys, if you choose this one, you're my rebels, you're my nonconformist, because we have here black pepper essential oil from a company I love, Fresh Skin in the UK. And actually, you might be thinking, black pepper, that doesn't smell of much. On the contrary, this smells so fragrant, so fresh, so spicy. And again, together with ginger and ylang and patchouli essential oil, it can be used to create aphrodisiacs and stimulate that sacral chakra. So take a moment now to look at maybe the colors, maybe the name or the fragrance of the oils that I have here in front of you, or maybe just by the number, whichever pulls you in the most. Your first instinctive reaction, that's one that will most likely give you a reading that will resonate with you the strongest. As you guys know on my channel, I like to live shuffle from my tarot decks, and I pre-shuffle from my oracle decks. I do a combination of preparation and live action. But today, because I have 6 options and I have a lot of personal readings to tend to, I didn't have time for that. So I pre-shuffled all of the cards. I haven't peeked at them because part of the excitement of doing these readings is also discovering them for the first time with you guys. So I'm just going to get into them. If you need to get in touch with me for anything other than the free YouTube video, the free YouTube videos, I don't know why radio wanted to come through. Maybe some of you are listening to the radio, or you might be thinking that there should be a radio broadcast of this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm picking up on some radio waves. Anyway, coming back to this before I was sabotaged by that word. All the links to everything you might need to get in touch with me are always linked in the description box below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can see my other channel, Spiritual Soulscapes. You can order my twin flame erotic novel, The Storyteller, which got some pretty awesome reviews and comments and DMs from you guys. So thank you so much for enjoying it. I am in the process of thinking about writing a second erotic novel, so your input is always welcomed. I also have a tarot and Amazon wish list, and you guys have been amazing because it's almost wiped clean. You've been purchasing so many things off of it. And as you know, when you purchase something off my wish list, I reply by giving you a free tarot reading. So yeah, I think that's about it. That covers most of the things that I have for you, but there are plenty more, so I'll just let you discover if you have made your choice. I know your time is precious. Thank you for being here. Let's get to it. Hey group 1, hello my beautiful tea tree essential oil crew. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I hope you're having a good day. Let's get into your cards and find out the details of your next intimate encounter. So the cards that you got are the Emperor, the Fool. Woof, we start off strongly with 2 major arcanas. Wow, the 2 of Cups. So this meeting will definitely involve some hand holding and hands in general for pleasure. We have here a time to give rather than take. We have Virgo energy on the table. We have creation, water, so water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And also I see a woman, and most likely a woman that is slightly older. And then we have Coreopsis, and the keywords are always joyful. Okay, the details of your next intimate encounter. It will be most likely a love-making situation. Truly a situation that involves an exchange of heart-based energy, emotional, heartfelt, deliciously bonding. This is not just a wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of situation. It is not just I'm feeling hot under the collar and I want to release some energy. This is about, I want to be connected to you. I want us to go deeper in our intimacy. I want us to kind of seal the deal. If you guys have been tiptoeing around the idea of being together, I have the feeling that by making love with each other, you're going to confess your feelings for one another. At least one of you is going to say, I love you, either before the act itself or during it. And I have the feeling that this is going to be the kind of sex that actually gets you to feel connected, bonded with each other. It makes you feel like you belong to one another. So it's something quite, I would say that it would be sensual, but I have the feeling that on the contrary, it's going to be quite a fun experience. I have the feeling that it's going to take place at the house of the person that identifies as male. So the one that has more masculine energy, that's the person that's going to invite the other person at their home. It could even take place in a workspace environment where one of you works. With the Emperor here, this does talk about a person that has quite a lavish house, or a house that they are in control of, a house that they own, or a workspace environment. You know, the Emperor is the CEO, the King of Kings, the one that manipulates, plans, organizes, manages. So I feel here Aries energy will be significant, Aquarius energy as well with the Fool. The Fool can represent a variety of different astrological signs, but from my own perspective, my own experience as a tarot reader, I see the Fool as Aquarius or Aries energy. And since we have the Emperor here, it's kind of like a lot of masculine Aries-based energy. So it will happen quite fast. It will be quite spontaneous. It will be surprising, but it will ultimately be something that emotionally and on a fantasy level, you've been preparing for a while now. Because I see that this situation will involve the declaration of love. The Two of Cups is the card of giving of your heart towards somebody else. I water you, you water me. This is about, you know, flowing into each other, osmotic kind of bonding, boundaries being dissolved between you two in the best possible way. So not necessarily healthy boundaries, but this is more about dissolving any kind of tension, any walls, any defensiveness that was created between you two in the past, and finally deciding to merge, finally decided to become one. So this will be something quite self-sacrificing, deeply giving, a time to give rather than take. Virgo is the sign of service. It is the sign of, let me help you out. What do you need? I can do it. I can be there for you. You know, it's about solidity. It's about support. It's about hard work. It's about getting things done. And 444, when I said that, so I feel that for some of you that have chosen this group, this might be your first time. Okay, so your partner is somebody that you have chosen because you find them trustworthy, reliable, modest, and also you believe that they are able to, take your virginity away. I feel that a lot of you that have chosen this pile are very sensible people, like commonsensical people. And you have a good capacity to judge other people, to judge their character, not necessarily to label them in a mean way, but kind of to be a good judge of character. And I have the feeling that you chose a partner that you believe they can do the job without any creepiness or pain or hurt. You found a partner that can actually ease you into the experience of lovemaking. And indeed, it will be lovemaking. And I see that here with the Emperor and the Fool, it is a fated moment in your life. It is time for you to actually begin your sexual exploration or your sexual life. And for those of you that already have had sexual experiences, I feel like this will be a new lease on your sexual energy. I have a feeling like maybe you've been a while without having sex, you've been a while without kind of feeling like you can establish that sense of intimacy and deep trust with somebody else, and now you finally found a partner or are about to meet this partner that will surprisingly be everything that you have wanted. With the Two of Cups here, I mean, I don't think that I'm exaggerating when I'm saying these words. And I don't think that we should be cautious about it because the energy is very clear, it's very straight up, it's very direct with these two major arcanas. For some of you, it could be somebody that for a while pretended that they have, I'm getting a sense that this is an individual that pretended that they are somebody else on social media, and then they will reveal to you that they've been following you for a while. They could be a subscriber, a follower, especially if you guys have a social media presence, because I know that a lot of spiritualist tarot readers and occult teachers are following my channel. So if you guys chose this group, I have a feeling one of your followers has been crushing on you, and they're going to reveal who they are, and then you're going to establish this connection. And I feel that it's going to be a meeting of the hearts, not only a meeting of people that have tarot or occult interests in common. I have the feeling that the female energy is incredibly wise. She might feel like an old soul. So whichever identifies, or whomever identifies as the feminine energy in this connection, is an individual that is incredibly connected to spirit, very patient, very wise, could feel slightly burdened by life's responsibilities, by her existence here on earth, her embodiment in this kind of plane of existence. And the other person will bring a much needed energy of playfulness, joy, and will help the feminine energy feel a bit more vital, energized, more happy. Like, I have the feeling that one of you, the feminine one, is wise but a little bit slow and burdened by life's responsibilities, and the other one is a little bit younger at heart, more playful, more joyful, less worried about the consequences of their action, while the other person could be thinking a lot about karma and being very mindful how you take action in life, and might be more interested into ritual and preparation. So one of you is much more of a careful kind of soul, and the other one is much more daring and bold and brave kind of soul. I'm kind of hearing as well that this could be a pairing between a moon in Aries and a moon in I'm kind of hearing Moon in Sagittarius conjunct Saturn. So you both kind of vibrate on the same flame match, on the same fire match, but one of you is feeling a little bit like the teacher in this connection, while the other one is more at the instigator, the rebel, the one that kind of breaks the pattern. So I have here as well these beautiful yellow flowers, which tells me that your coupling, your moment of deep intimacy, could take place in the summertime. So anytime in the months of June, July, and August especially. It could even happen very soon. There is the energy of somebody that is really going to press the right buttons, will touch you in the right way, and will bring you to a really happy culmination. Yeah, this is, let me just read you the message. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. So you're going to make a really wonderful memory alongside with your chosen partner. I mean, they are the emperor, they deliver, they are the king of kings, they contain the essence of all the other kings in the tarot suit, the king of air, the king of earth, the king of fire, and the king of water. So this is an emotionally mature person, this is a physically fit and active person, this is an intelligent communicator, and also somebody that has some sort of material stability in their life, and might even be a sharp dresser, or a person that likes to take care of their environment, that might like to hold you and express their love through how they hold you, so that you feel safe and contained and pleasured. This is the reading that I had for you, Group 1. I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment down below and let me know, does this fit with where you are in your journey? If it doesn't, don't get discouraged. You might have chosen not with your intuition, but with your mind. So feel free to make another choice. You have 5 other options in this reading today. Okay, so practice makes better. I'm sending you on your merry way with lots of love. Take care and hope to see you in my next one. Mwah. Hey Group 2, how are you, my loves? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome. This is for my Ylang crew, those of you that were drawn to this essential oil. Thank you for being here. I hope you will enjoy this reading. Let's find out what your cards are. Let's just get right into it. So you were given the Ace of Swords. We also have here the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Cups. Be bold and make the first move. We have here cardinal energy, so this can be any of the cardinal astrological signs: Cancer, Capricorn, My mind stood still. Oh, come on. Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, or Aries. Yeah. Darkness, Moon. I have a feeling that when you meet this person, you're going to have this moment when everything, it will be like all systems shut down. Like you won't be able to think. You might only just blink. That might be the only energy available to you. So darkness, Moon. So this could be somebody that is tall, dark, and handsome. It could be that this is somebody who is of a different race, a different skin color than you. And I have a feeling you're going to really, really enjoy that. For some reason, I think there might be a contrast. This could be an interracial relationship. Number 7, this person could be born on the 7th of the month or on the 7th month of the year, which would be July. They might be a Cancer, or late born July people could be Leos as well. And we have here the red rose, and the keyword is hidden secrets. The message is 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth, Buddha. Okay, now I know why my mind went suddenly blank. There is some mystery about this individual. You're going to be so drawn in by this person's promise of kind of like a dangerous good time for some reason. I don't know why. But I kind of have a feeling you might be the person that could be slightly more dangerous. There is some sort of dangerous exchange between you and this individual, and I think it's because you might meet this person in a pub, in a bar, in a restaurant, in a public space where people are enjoying themselves. We have the 3 of Cups, which is the card that explains an environment where people are merry and they're drinking and they're having fun and they're enjoying themselves. So you could meet them in one of those settings, maybe in a beer garden if it's summer, or indoors in some sort of like rusty old pub. There's just the feeling that you might go with your friends to celebrate something, for some drinks out, or after work with your co-workers. Although I don't really see here any coins, so this kind of tells me that this might not be a work-based situation, but I have a feeling you're just going out to enjoy yourself, and you meet this mysterious stranger who pulls you in, and this is an individual that kind of feels like the prototype of the tall, dark, and handsome, or tall, dark, and mysteriously sensual, alluring woman. There is a feeling here of kind of like a fatal attraction that will take place between the 2 of you, and one of you will be bold enough to just ask the other one out or exchange phone numbers. And I have the feeling that this might actually turn into a pretty sudden one-night stand. So for you, group 2, you might have a one-night stand that involves a certain degree of risk, mostly because you have just met this person, but you're feeling this very strong passion towards them. And I have a feeling that physically they will be alluring to you. Like there will just be something about them that you're going to feel incredibly pulled towards them. And it could be their lips, their hair color, their skin color, as I said earlier. It's just something that you find incredibly good looking and delicious, and you just like want more and crave them. So there will be this instant lust that takes place between the 2 of you. You see the red rose, you see how he's like almost like biting her shoulder, sniffing her skin. It's just like very, very instinctive, very primal, very animalistic, you know. And I have the feeling that with Swords energy here, it's one of the most fastest moving energy in the minor arcana. You guys are just gonna hit it off like a house on fire communication style. So maybe you will exchange phone numbers, and then this person might retreat back to their table or with their group of other people if they came accompanied by other people. And I see that that might be the case. You will be accompanied, they will be accompanied. One of you makes a bold move, ask the other one's phone number, and then you guys retreat. And as you are continuing to feel good with your group of friends, you guys are secretly texting each other, and it just feels really hot and it just feels very arousing. And I have the feeling that at the end of the night you might decide to sneakily meet each other, and I think that there will be this instant locking lips kind of situation and kind of fondling each other, and you might just want to explore it, you know, why not? as long as you guys are two consenting adults and you're taking most precautionary measures, why not give in to the mood if it so takes you? If you don't enjoy this kind of scenarios, please choose another pile, but I have to read what I see in the cards, yeah? So I have a feeling that this might be in the actual act itself. It could be a situation where one of you wants to dominate the other one. I think that dirty talk will be heavy on the table, heavy on the menu, so to say, because Five of Swords always talks about a verbal situation. It could be a conflict, but in this context of a sexual reading, I kind of see the Five of Swords as, you know, when you get a partner that kind of gives you orders or commands in the bedroom, and if done properly, this can be incredibly arousing and incredibly like stimulating, especially if you're a person that's very sensitive to words and very sensitive to like these kind of verbal commands and nuances. You might be an air sign, people that are heavy on air in their natal charts, Gemini, Libras, or Aquarius energy represent, or if you are Mercury, Uranus, or air, Venus ruled, then you might actually have a knack. You might have this kind of erogenous mental zone where you prefer that a person kind of tells you what they're going to do to you, where you want this individual to make love to your mind before they can actually strip you naked and make love to your body. Yeah? So there is a little bit of this kind of mental stimulation that will happen. I feel that you guys are going to really appreciate each other's verbal qualities, but I would go so far as to say oral qualities as well. I'm kind of getting the feeling that even though you guys are going to strip and get naked and touch each other and fondle each other, you might not go all the way in that night. So you might just please each other by giving each other oral pleasure, but I don't think that it will go completely like full-on penetration or something like this. It could be as well because maybe you guys are lacking condoms, or you know, it's that time of the month. So because of the spontaneous character of this encounter, I feel like one of you will have a little bit of a reservation, which is very healthy to have in these situations. And I think that you're not going to experience all of the positions and all of the range of what two people can do in the bedroom in one night. Okay, so I think it's gonna be quite spontaneous, quite hot, quite unexpectedly fast, but at the same time you're not gonna go all in the situation, sexually speaking. And I think it's because you both will feel like you want to get to know each other, so you're gonna leave something for the next time. Yeah, so I have a feeling that the situation promises to grow because we have the cardinal moon here, and I have the feeling that the situation will increasingly gather more energy until the moon becomes full. And I have a feeling that you guys, yeah, you guys can actually, in that weird spontaneous meeting which neither of you planned, in this really intense lustful attraction towards each other, you guys can actually, especially through the ways in which you communicate with each other, we go from the Ace of Swords right up to the Five of Swords. So this is a really fast progression. I see that you guys are just going to enjoy each other's company and your communication, the way you talk to each other, to such an extent that you're just going to want more of each other. Yeah, I would have had my doubts if the moon was waning or if it was full, because it's very hard to contain a relationship that begins on a full moon kind of energy. Rather, connections that begin on a new moon or when the moon is waxing, when the moon is growing, those are connections that you truly actually feel like you're cosmically inspired to continue. So I see here a one-night stand that has the potential to transform into a beautiful connection. I feel like you guys might be at the beginning some form of friends with benefits kind of situation. And I think you both will appreciate the light-hearted approach of this type of connection. And then eventually you might get into something deeper, because we have here the Three of Cups, and 3, numerologically speaking, is Mercurian energy. It's a lot about the sparkling imagings of the mind. It's about facts exchanges, you know, houses that have 3 on the door, or whose number adds up to 3, or houses where people read and write and get a lot of ideas inside of them. And number 7 is about spiritual testing. It's about growth, wisdom, and maturity, and being protected by the divine. So I feel like you guys are going from the 3 to the 7 kind of vibration of your match. So you're going from something lighthearted and chatty and fun and creative to something deeper, to something more committed, and to something where you will pull your energy together to overcome obstacles. So in spite of what you might have heard, that one night stands might never lead to long-term connections, that is BS. It's very hard to actually generalize about personal connections because we are so diverse in this planet of 8 billion souls. So I think that in this context, for those of you that were drawn to this really sweet yellowish ylang kind of energy, I feel like you're going to have a very lusty connection with the potential to grow into something more serious. So this is the reading that I had for you, group 2. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this is something you would enjoy, if this is something you already experienced, or if it fits with what you foresee will happen next in your love life. So until next time, take care. See you then. Ciao. Hey group 3, hello my beautiful orange crew, orange essential oil crew. So welcome to your reading. I hope you're ready to hear the details of your next spicy intimate encounter. Let's see what cards you were dealt. So we have here the Hermit. We have here the Page of Swords. So we have Virgo energy and air sign energy on the table. We have the 8 of Swords. Oof, a lot of swords energy. It's time to take action, and this is the new moon in Aries. And we also have here connection, the biome. Also Grandmaster number 44. And we also have Lily. The keyword is majesty and virtue, and the saying is the lily is the emblem rare of many virtues, good and rare. Okay, group 3, I think you pride yourself on your virtue, on your morality, on your capacity to discriminate between good people that should be kept in your life and people that are just time wasters that you don't want to have around you. And I feel like you have high standards in love and romance, and you're looking for a partner that kind of fits the bill, so to say. And I have here the perfect partner for you, none other than a Virgo. We have the Hermit card. This is a wise person, wise beyond their years, an individual that is responsible, that is mature, that is rational, emotionally controlled, able to dig deep, able to conduct research, able to burn the candle, the midnight oil. And this is an individual that likes to spend a lot of time on their own, an individual that might be at the moment undergoing through a period of higher study. They could be writing their bachelor's degree, master's degree, maybe their PhD research. There is a feeling that this person is very good with words, especially with editing, proofreading, researching, data analysis. This is a person that could work in a laboratory as part of a team of researchers. An individual is highly intelligent and perceptive, but doesn't like to brag about their intelligence. They want to have tangible, pragmatic results for their intelligence. You know, this is the kind of individual that instead of letting people know, oh, look, these are my degrees, they would rather spend many long hours in a laboratory trying to come up with the cure for leukemia or something of that nature. So there is a feeling that this is an individual that is a little bit, as a consequence of their high intelligence, they are a little bit cautious in personal connections. They could be introverted. They might not like to socialize so much. They could find it hard to go out and have a good time or be this kind of party person. You might be feeling when you are next to them like you need to pull words out of their mouth like with pliers. It feels really difficult, you know, to get them to speak, to enjoy themselves. They might be very serious and they only light up when they are able to talk about something other than chit chat. So if you get them to talk about something that interests them, you won't be able to get them to shut up. But if you just want to talk to them about the weather or the political situation in the world and they're not interested in that, they're just gonna be very quiet and very reflective. This could be a person that could be into shoegazing as well. So they just stare at the floor very calmly and they don't say much. And it's not because they don't have interesting ideas, it's just because I feel they don't really have that much energy. It's a highly introverted characteristic that they tend to be drained when being around people rather than be energized by them as an extrovert would. So attention really drains this individual and they prefer their alone time. This is a person that truly comes to life when it's just you and them and they get to talk to you about their interests, and especially if you share some of those interests, if you work in the same field, you might even work with them or study with them. This person, I have a feeling, has their eye on you. I have like some not so good news because it's the Eight of Swords and it seems as though you might have had an argument with this person or this person argued with you. One of you suspects the other one of betrayal, of cheating, of lying to them. 444 when I said that, okay, but there is a lot of forgiveness that will come through in the situation. It might have been just a misunderstanding, somebody jumped to a conclusion, especially if you both are introverted and guarded, if you both are people that are naturally cautious. I began the reading by saying that you are a person with high standards, and if they are introverted and remote, it will be very hard for both of you to actually reach out to each other. Somebody has to be the vulnerable one. Somebody has to be the one that makes the decision, okay, I'm going to take charge of the situation and make it move forward. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be you. I'm sorry to say this, you might not enjoy it, but I see that Spirit is guiding you to take the lead. If you want to have an intimate night with this individual or just an intimate exchange, maybe you want to kiss them, you want to hug them, you want to explore this attraction that you have towards them because that's why you're here. I see very clearly that it will be up to you to step more into this masculine energy. My orange group 3, you are zesty, you are passionate, you are vital, and you have the cojones to actually take the bull by its horns and proposition this person. Hey, I want you. Meet me at my place. Doesn't have to be so forward, but you could say it in a very fun, jokey way. I can tell you from my own experience, I also propositioned a couple of men. In some cases I failed, and in others it turned out to be a really good night. But you will never know until you actually do it. And I think that you're wise and strong enough to be able to take rejection in the case that this individual might reject you. I don't think that they will though, because the next card is the connection card, is the biome. I think that they will feel relieved for the fact that you took the responsibility in your own hands to jumpstart this connection, push it on a romantic level, especially since I see that the majority of you could have a very formal relationship with this person. So this generally might be somebody that you met through a research project, through a work-based endeavor, somebody that you met while you're studying, or somebody that you work with. So I feel that you're crushing on somebody that is quite cold and detached and remote, but also highly intelligent, and there is something sweet and polite about them. We have air energy and earth energy. This is about reliability, intelligence, pragmatism, and I think all of the qualities that this person has, you feel safe around them. They make you feel familiar, like you're at home, like you can trust this person. They might be introverted and a little bit reclusive, but they're not creepy in any way. It's just that you understood that they enjoy their free time, and you're kind of pondering, how can I ram my way through to reach this individual, in their sacral chakra? How can I get them to think about me? And I think that they do think about you, but there is something here about betrayal, not feeling good enough, feeling a little bit like maybe they're not lucky in love, maybe they're this ugly black crow that nobody hits on, which I doubted, because I think that they have a lot of qualities that they are not aware of. But you know, Virgo energy tends to be quite perfectionistic. They always want to improve themselves rather than just love and accept themselves. And I see here Aries energy is very playful, very charismatic, very to hell with all of these doubts and worries. Let's just get on with it. Let's have sex. It's fun, it's exciting, why not? You know, so that's the kind of vibration I'm seeing here. And to be honest, maybe he's an honest guy. Maybe, you know, this had to come through. Yeah, maybe you were wondering, is this a person I can rely upon? Is this a person that I can generally start up a connection with and they won't cheat on me? And I would have to say that yes, you know, get out of the prison of your own mind, group 3, because you can generally start a connection with this person and it won't lead to disaster. So what's your thoughts? You know, you don't want to fall into a self-fulfilling prophecy. But what I wanted to say is that I know that if you read astrology compatibility articles online, you're not going to get a very good description of the compatibility between a Virgo and an Aries. But to tell you the truth, most of the couples that I know in my life, most of my friends, colleagues that are married for a couple of years now, and they had these long-term relationships where they met each other in high school or in like in the first year of college, they're actually taking place between a Sun in Virgo and a Sun in Aries. Most often the Sun in Virgo is the female and the Sun in Aries is the male. So I think that these are two highly compatible energies, because Aries brings this playful energy, this fun, charismatic energy that kind of makes Virgo laugh and puts a smile on their deeply frowned face. And I'm only saying this because Virgos tend to take on the responsibility of the world on their shoulders so frequently, you know, and they want to do such a good job all the time that they forget to have fun. So Aries brings the fun and Virgo brings the kind of mold, the kind of limit that Aries needs to be able to build something, because Aries can have this energy where they're just super excited and they start this, they start that, but they find it hard to finish things or to see them through. So Virgo gives them the discipline and the structure, you know, to put step to step, stone to stone, and accomplish something. So they're highly compatible energies, very beautiful energies, Mars and Mercury. And I feel that you guys are just I feel like this reading is not so much about what would happen between the two of you in the bedroom. I feel this is just a reading meant to give you the push to actually break through whatever reservations or cautious thinking you have, or maybe even negative mental blocks you had, in order to start this romantic connection with this Virgo individual that really cares about you, but they are just a little bit, I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. I'm kind of feeling like they're a bit, you know, they don't want to make a mistake, they're afraid of failure, they're afraid of rejection. And I feel like you're this individual that has more confidence, or rejection to you slides off your skin, you know, like water of a duck's body. But it feels here that you're, yeah, that's why it falls upon you to take the lead in this connection. And I can feel how nervous you are as well about making this move, but I feel that it will lead to a beautiful connection. You see this fertile earth, all this green. It tells me that you will be protected. It's meant to be. If you're seeing 444 a lot lately, this is again another sign from Spirit to begin, you know, to take the lead, to make the first move, and then everything will flow naturally from then on. Because I feel that this is a connection that has the chance of making you both stand out socially. I feel like together you will look like a really hot power couple, and I just think that you have qualities that the other person needs. The other person has qualities that complement your qualities. So together you make like a really beautiful yin and yang kind of match. So yeah, go for it and come back on my other intimate pickacard reading that I have for you to find out the details of this encounter, because I don't really see yet that you guys are at that level. It's still preparatory phases, it's still initiatory phases where somebody has to break the ice between the two of you. But attraction is real, the connection has chances to grow. It's just a case of taking some good old-fashioned action. This is the reading that I had for you, group 3. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to find out the details of what might happen after you break this ice, choose any of the other 5 groups that I have here prepared for you today, or have a look at my playlist of pick a card readings. I have a number of intimate readings that you might want to explore. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe, and comment down below and let me know, what do you think of this reading? Does it resonate with you? And until next time, take great care of yourself. Mwah. Ciao. Hey group 4, hello my loves, I'm so happy to have you here, my Basil crew, my Basil essential oil crew. Welcome to this reading on the details of your next intimate spicy encounter. Let's see what cards you got. So we have here, wow, love at first sight and proud spirit, gloxinia. And the saying is, when I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. A quote by Shakespeare. Wow. Okay, so we start off really strong. Then we have growth. You see this gorgeous elk, and the keyword is plants as well. We have hold your vision, fixed moon. Okay, so this could be a manifestation coming true. We also have the world. So this is Saturn energy, something long-term, something long-standing, success, achievement. And we also have here, wow, the Ace of Pentacles, a gift, a new opportunity, a doorway opening up. And we have the 4 of Cups. Wow, it was 1:11 when I looked at the recording. So yeah, definitely manifesting new love in your life. Although there is something here that kind of makes you feel a little bit bored, disenchanted, hungover, or I'm even hearing hung up on something or somebody. Let's pull one more card to clarify. Why is this 4 of Cups here, considering that the other cards feel a little bit more in tune with each other than the last card? The last card, it's almost like a blast from the past, a kick. And for some reason, I'm actually smelling onions right now. Are you eating something with onions? So strange. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Page of Blades. I think that... okay, so let me tell you what I see happening here. I think that you're manifesting something new, 100%. You might have met a new person, you have your eyes on somebody. I don't really see very clearly right now that you have actually met this individual, but I do see that an ex from the past, somebody who is slightly younger than you or feels like they are a younger soul, a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius that you had some sort of a missed opportunity with, will try to make a comeback. Is this like sliding back into some sort of like intimate connection with an ex? Spirit, could you clarify? Wait for it, okay? Because 10 of Coins blocked and the Hanged Man blocked. What are you leaving behind? You're leaving behind the 9 of Wands. Yeah, group 4. I'm tempted to say that you might... Paradoxically, you are trying to manifest new love. You're trying to kind of envision, creatively visualize this wonderful new opportunity of falling in love with somebody at first sight. And I feel that as part of your growth, you will be required to take a step back on revisiting a connection with somebody that either you thought was the one that got away, or you thought that they might have been too immature for you. At the time, it's just like things were not falling into place for you two. You couldn't see eye to eye. There was just something that was blocking the development of this connection. But that's the really interesting part. You think that this connection is gone. You think it's not going to return. It's in the past. You have completed that cycle with that individual. And now you're heavily focused on holding your vision and manifesting this new connection, this new love opportunity. And paradoxically, this new love opportunity, it's a fresh start with this person from your past. So this is what I have here. If you are over and done with exes, I'm really sorry to say this, but this is not the pile for you. Please respect the reading. I need to read the cards as I see them. Choose another of the 5 options that I have here for you today, or have a look at my other playlist with intimate readings. But this is a special message for somebody out there, and I'm going to stick with the integrity of what the cards are showing me. A Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, somebody younger, somebody that you might have met in school while you were studying, while you were communicating, while you were doing some sort of communication or technology-based research project. This person might not have had eyes for you at the time, might have felt a bit too fresh. Maybe they struggled to communicate with you how they felt about you. There could have been some sort of an intimate exchange, because I see these 2 people that are just hanging around talking to one another after they had sex. So there might have been some sort of intimate exchange. Maybe you kissed, maybe you fondled, maybe you went all the way through and you had sex with each other. And then something happened, and either this person's attention was distracted or your attention was distracted. I feel like you had many choices. We have here 4 cups, many other options that you could have chosen, and unfortunately it wasn't this individual. And this individual right now is returning as part of your manifestation of love, because this is actually the person you should have ended up with. And it's kind of like, even though you know them, you will see them in a completely different light. So something has changed about them. Something has matured, something has ripened. They will feel as if, you know, with the Hanged Man blocked here and the 10 of Coins blocked, this talks about you did not see this individual's capacity to sacrifice a layer of their ego, sacrifice those selfish desires, and also you might not have seen the potential that this person had to create true wealth. Maybe this is kind of like the case of this person was slightly geeky or weird or socially awkward, and you tried to connect with them but you couldn't, and you kind of left that option. Maybe you haven't even separated on like a really conflicted basis. It was just like, well, the energy is not there, I might as well focus on all my other options. In the meantime, you exhausted your options. You decided, you know what, I want a clean slate. I want to manifest wonderful new love with somebody mature, somebody protective, somebody wealthy. And lo and behold, that wealthy person is actually this Page of Swords in the past that you might have dismissed or not even have taken interest in. And they're coming back right now. They're trying to... they're no longer putting things on hold. Yeah, let's just call it like this with the Hanged Man. It is about sacrifice. It is about... But it's also about shedding a layer of your ego and coming back to your authentic self. The Hanged Man kills a part of himself in order to get himself off the hook, so to say. And we have the 10 of Coins here. So this is about having a very solid relationship with somebody, being able to create something that will be long-term, something that you both could be proud of, like leaving a legacy behind. And I have the feeling that this could have been a geeky individual that overnight made a lot of money with an app or maybe a game, something that they discovered and they managed to monetize, and you're completely shocked at this person's growth and development, and potentially the fact that they have decided to transform. They've decided to let go of something that was holding them back and truly step into their divine wealth. Has changed their lifestyle as well. So they're not so lacking in confidence anymore. They're able to feel a bit more free. They're able to be more generous with you. And this is exactly the kind of partner that you envisioned yourself living next to. So lo and behold, you left this person, or you stopped communicating with them, or they stopped communicating with you. Time was not on your side the first time you met them. But in the meantime, they transformed into exactly the type of individual that you're trying to manifest now. So seeing this person again is going to feel like falling in love with them for the first time. Because the first time when you met, there might have been a familiarity and instant recognition, maybe some sort of like mysterious pull. It's like, this person is interesting, but I don't know. because their true self, their authentic self was not available to you. They had to go through this transformation. They had to go through this minor death of the ego, this renunciation. They had to sacrifice something in their life in order to achieve the success with you, yeah? So the detail of your next intimate encounter, I have the feeling that it's going to be, first of all, the shock of reconnecting with this person. Second of all, I think that all that I can see, unfortunately, is not anything smutty or sexy. I see that this person will take you out for a meal. I have the feeling, to me, this card tells me, let's go out for a meal, let's talk in an intimate setting, maybe like a restaurant that kind of has like red walls or has some sort of French decor, like maybe a restaurant that might be called Mon Petit Paris or something of that nature, something quite romantic, maybe even an Italian restaurant, I'm not sure. Depending where you are in the world, what's available to you, I'm kind of getting this very cozy, intimate, classy atmosphere. You guys are going to be there together at this person's invitation. You're still going to be reeling from the shock of how much this person has changed and how close to the ideal that you saw yourself next to they are now. And you're just going to continue this connection and kind of see where you guys are at. And I think there will be a lot of like touching of each other's hands very gently as you're talking and kind of wondering and planning, can we actually make this happen? So I don't really see anything more sexy or intimate. I do apologize for this. I have opened the space for more sexy kind of intimate details to come through, but this is what the cards are showing me. This is basically a wish coming true of yours, a manifestation. Whoa, yeah. You see? So hold the vision, don't give up. 11:11, when I said that, hold the vision. You can have everything you want, even if life will surprise you by actually making you fall in love with the person that you have already met in the past, and you might not have loved them back then because they weren't being themselves. And it's very hard for us to actually fall in love with somebody who is not being themselves, right? It's kind of like you fall in love with a mask. And especially if you're an intuitive person, you might have picked up on that and it felt a little bit weird. So I have the feeling that right now you're going to have this success, this sense of, oh my God, I can't believe how much you changed. Oh my God. So you're just going to have to work with this feeling of disbelief. And together, through talking to each other, through meeting each other, through having these tete-a-tetes, you are going to establish something more solid and figure out what you both want, you know. But I have the feeling that here with love at first sight, with Gloxinia, there's massive potential here for the both of you to continue into something quite beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful reading. I hope you have enjoyed that. For some reason, when I was shuffling the cards for group 4 and 5 stuck together very frequently, so I have the feeling you're going to move on to listen to group 5, and those people that listen to group 5 are going to come and listen to group 4. So let me know down in the comments if this is indeed true for you. Subscribe to my channel, give this video a like so it gets distributed to many more people out there who might be curious to find out the details of their next intimate encounter. And until next time, I wish you so much light. Take care, group 4, and see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey, group 5. Hello, my loves. Welcome to your reading on the details of your next intimate spicy encounter. This is for my Lavender Crew. So for those of you that were drawn to this essential oil, let's find out what your cards are. So we have here the Daffodil. This is the card of new beginnings and rebirth. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings, Lao Tzu. Okay, let's see, we have to make equal, equator. So there's something here, maybe a struggle for equality, maybe some power play between you and this person. Emotions are running high. Ooh, a very emotional relationship, very intense. Queen of Cups. So we have water energy, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Usually the Queen of Cups is Cancer. We have here as well, oh, this is so beautiful. This is the stars. So we have hope. We have the pathways clearing up. You're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then we also have here the Magician. Wow, and it was 111 when I said that, when I looked at the recording. So 111, manifesting something fascinating, something brand new. You're manifesting a person that will definitely feel like you hit the jackpot. The Magician can be any astrological sign. I don't see any specific astrological signs here on the table except the Queen of Cups, which, as I said, could be Cancer, but it could also be Pisces and Scorpio, depending what your preference is. Oh, we do have here the stars, which represents Aquarius energy, Uranus. So some sort of higher-minded connection. This is very higher-minded. So I have a feeling that you might dream of this individual before they actually manifest into your reality. I have a feeling that your next intimate, spicy encounter might actually take place on your own at night. You might be touching yourself, thinking about your ideal partner or the person that you feel you have this 5D higher order spiritual connection with. So this could be the pile for those of you that think that you are in a twin flame connection. I have the feeling that the next encounter might happen quite soon, and it will be entirely up to you. I feel like you will handle yourself as the Magician here, and the stars usually talks about culminating with the cosmos, right? So you might have a very interesting time by yourself underneath the bed sheets, thinking about somebody that represents the ideal. I have a feeling that this could be a same-sex kind of attraction. It could also be an interracial attraction. We have here two women, one is black and the other one is white. We also have here a Queen of Cups in a reading, which I think most of my seekers that are here, because I know most of my viewers are women, you could be asking about another woman. You could be very drawn to a water sign woman, or somebody that is ruled by Neptune, the moon, or Pluto. So I have a feeling that you're heavily involved in this connection with this person. One word of caution, I would say, make sure that the other person responds and reciprocates to your feelings before you kind of run with the fantasy of this connection, because you could end up being in a sort of connection where you feel like you love the other person when in reality you're just projecting your loving heart onto another successful person's image or somebody that you might follow online. So be very mindful of that. Be mindful of falling into these kind of like minor delusions that could end up hurting you if the other person doesn't respond or rejects you, you know. So make sure that the person that you fantasize about kind of has some sort of real basis with you, that you have an equal exchange, that you communicate, that you have seen each other physically at least once, and that yeah, I just want you to protect yourself from having a broken heart due to a parasocial relationship. Okay, so make sure that you somehow get a grip on that. But all in all, what I see here is that a time of high emotional intensity. It's a little bit diffused and mysterious, this energy. I'm not sure what's happening today, because I keep asking Spirit about about sexual energy, and I'm not sure. I mean, is the collective not having sex? Is this not happening anymore in 2022? Or we're just locked inside our minds thinking, fantasizing about our ideal lovers? It could be with all the stresses that are happening now in the world. But there is a feeling here that maybe you were in a connection with somebody that broke your heart. With the daffodil card here, we have narcissus underneath. This is the Latin word of the daffodil. So maybe somebody born in spring, an Aries, Taurus, or Gemini, behaved in a highly narcissistic way with you, broke your heart, even though the connection was very confident and happy at the beginning of it. And you might find it more comfortable right now to be in these kind of detached connections where you don't get access to the person's body, but you fantasize about being in a connection with them at nighttime, or you daydream about them. So I feel that the next intimate, spicy encounter will be something you have created. It will feel almost as if the other person is sending you some sort of sexual energy. I do feel that this predominantly will be your own unconscious healing energy that is manifesting in physical pleasure. Because physical pleasure, sometimes we tend to access it in the process of healing our hearts. It's much more manageable and much more forthcoming as a way to heal your body and thereby heal your heart as well. I think that Yeah, this person could also have a very good singing voice. They could be a very good artist. Whatever they do as a form of work, they produce a lot of emotions inside of you. So I think that this is an individual that kind of tugs at your heartstrings and kind of makes you feel. Okay, so the fact that this individual, this beautiful individual that you somehow have access to, makes you feel things, you really find that a turn on, because maybe not many people around you make you feel things. Maybe people around you kind of push you into emotional control or stoicism. So you truly appreciate this individual's feminine, receptive, nurturing, mothering energy. And if this has been lacking in your life, or if you don't have a way to express it yourself, you would rather project this energy onto the individual. But I want you to keep in mind that you are the one that can be as loving and as sexy and as charming and charismatic, and you can take that energy and create a real relationship. You don't have to project it onto this beautiful, nurturing individual that I feel is heavily involved in their work. Yeah. This can be an attraction to somebody that is of a different class, a different race, a different culture than you, somebody that speaks a different language than you, somebody that when you first might have seen this individual, you thought, wow, we cannot be more different. But then as you started getting to know them or hearing them, listening to them speak, you're finding out that actually there are so many things that bring us in common, that we have in common, so many things that bring us together. Kind of blended those two sentences. So I have a feeling that, yeah, you're going to want to explore a deeper connection with this person, even though you might be feeling like everything you know and everything you are sits very opposite from this individual. I have a feeling that you really enjoy this person's décolleté, like the upper part of this person's body. I have a feeling that massages are strongly involved in this erotic fantasy. And I have a feeling that there's this kind of like cosmic sexual background to the lovemaking that you have in mind. There's a lot of fantasy energy here, a lot of idealization, because the star to me always speaks about idealizing somebody. It talks about hopefulness, you know, starry-eyed daydreaming. That's kind of the energy. And the Magician is about you and how you use your energy, your willpower, how you are able to connect with spirit, and from the insight that you get from the divine, create something tangible here on earth with the resources that you have at hand. So I think that on some level you created this relationship in your mind, and if it's healing you, if it's helping you understand where you are at the moment in your life, if you know the boundaries between what's real and what's not, I would suggest to continue in this kind of fantasy world with this person that I think many of you have not physically met yet. But if you are starting to get slightly too crazed up whenever you see this person, if you contact this person and nobody answers, if you are kind of feeling like you're ready to leave everything in your life and be with this person, please take a breather and assess where you find yourself. I would strongly suggest talking to somebody as well, because this could be something that crossed the boundaries of the real. Okay, so be mindful with this slightly delusional, I'm kind of picking up on a slight delusion here, right? I'm in love with this individual, but are you really in love? Have you actually met them? So be mindful of that. Yeah. So as I said, if you are able to know the boundaries between the real and the dreamlike environment, the fantasy world that you have created, then keep playing, keep entertaining this fantasy. If it does you good, if it heals your heart, if it gets you to feel sexy again and inspired and creative, then perfect. But as I said, if you're willing to do crazy feats and sacrifice a lot of things in your life, even your own physical health and mental sanity, then please retreat from this connection as soon as possible and try to focus your attention on the beautiful individual that you are and on real connections with people next to you. Yeah. So again, it's not that sexy or spicy. I have been doing my best to actually read the cards as I see them, but it just looks as if the energy is quite well balanced. It's quite dreamy, it's quite sensual, and this is mostly self-instilled eroticization. Yeah, so wow, that's a big word. This is the reading that I had for you, 11/11, when I finished it. Wow, God bless. You're manifesting something beautiful. Maybe you can take what you heard in this reading and use this beautiful energy to craft a loving water sign in your life, somebody that could truly manipulate your body to your heart's content and make you see stars. So this is what I had for you, group 5. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know if this resonated in any way. I'm truly curious because the energy today with some of the piles has been a bit wacky, but yeah, this is the energy with which I'm filming it, so there we go. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 6, hello my loves, I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So this is my black pepper essential oil crew. I hope you're having a good time. Let's see, what cards did you get today regarding the intimate details of your next sexual encounter? So we have here Violet, faithfulness and modesty. The keywords are faithfulness and modesty. Whoa, there's somebody that is a little bit out of it or confused or maybe hungover. I'm not sure. The energy is a little bit wacky, like what, huh? I'm kind of barely seeing or understanding what you're saying. So take care of yourself, okay? Hydrate. We have here modesty is a shining light that prepares the mind to receive knowledge and the heart for the truth. Oh, there could be something that you will find out in this period. Let's see, what other cards? I need to say that you got the most cards from the Casanova Tarot. So I do think that your energy is much more sexual, or that you will go through something much more spicy than the previous two groups that have been a little bit more, I don't know, sexually closed off. That was the energy I was picking up on. Oh yeah, and we have here the hanged man or hanged woman. No, sorry, this is the strength. There is so much confusion in this deck. Very Neptunian energy, you know, how you need to kind of wipe your eyes in order to see things clearly. So this is actually the strength card. You guys know how the 11th and the 8th card are flipped in certain decks, but we have here the strength because he needs the strength to actually push her into the bed. So this is somebody that I feel has this lusty desire towards you, this kind of physical craving for you. Leo could be significant here. Whoa. We have the 7 of coins, and as you can see, he is eating her out from behind. So yeah, talk about lusty energy, talk about, you know, kinky kind of attitude in the bedroom. So yeah, I feel like you're dealing here with an individual that's ultra sexual, very charismatic, very charming. This is somebody that you already had sex with. This is somebody that I feel it very strongly. My gut is telling me that you already had some sort of meeting, some sort of hookup, some sort of, at least an exchange of fluids, you know, at least you kissed, or, you know, you had some sort of oral play. We have here as well the 8 of Cups. Oh my God, this could be an affair, okay? So we see very clearly here how these two individuals are enjoying one another, and then all of a sudden the third party walks in and catches them in the act. Maybe you guys also enjoy being a little bit reckless. You might like to have sex in public places or in spaces that are considered taboo, where you could get a fine, where you could shock somebody, or where if this is a situation where you both are connected to other people, you might fantasize about this other person finding you in the act. I'm not sure if exactly marriage is involved here. It might be for some of you, but I feel very clearly that this is a situation where at least one of you is sneaking around in a third party kind of endeavor. But the attraction is like so powerful, the attraction between the two of you, that is like undeniable. You can't keep your hands off of each other. You just like see each other and you just want to like do this, you know, jump straight in, no hesitation. So we have here the 6 of Cups. This could be with somebody from the past, somebody that you shared a connection in the past. Now you met them again, but lo and behold, they are connected to someone else. And yet the feelings between the two of you are undeniable. They're even stronger than they were in the past. I always say that if you have sexual attraction with somebody, you had once a strong sexual attraction for somebody, that doesn't go away, because the astrological energy in your birth chart is the same. You know, you can't change a person's birth chart. You might occasionally have a transit that could block a little bit the sexiness of an individual because they need to do some inner work, or maybe they fall with an illness or something happens, you know. But most likely, if you meet an individual and you have a certain type of energy with them, you will always have that type of energy with them. If you have a person that constantly pisses you off and triggers you because their sun is conjunct your Mars, or there's a really nasty square between Mars and Saturn, it's very unlikely that that energy will change. Much like if you fell in love with the person and you have sex with them and it was intensely passionate and transforming, you married them and they became your ex, you will always have this sexual tension with your ex. That's why on some level, although I like the idea of staying friends with your ex, I don't believe in that BS, because there will always be that sexual undercurrent between you and that person. If there was once that sexual undercurrent, you will continue to have it. The only exception to this rule is in situations where you guys were kind of friendly and you fooled around a little bit just to try something sexy because you were bored, and then you go back to being friends. But the initial energy was you guys were meant to be friends. You had friendly feelings for each other. You never were supposed to explore the sexual ones. So I hope, I don't know why I got into this rant about relationship energy. Maybe you needed to hear this group 6. Maybe it clarifies some things on your mind. Maybe you had some arguments with your friends. There you go. Send them this clip, okay? So we have here a reconnection with somebody from the past, somebody that you have strong feelings for. They have feelings for you, a soulmate that unfortunately either you are in a 3-party situation or they are in a 3-party situation. This is definitely passionate sex, lusty sex, to the point where I'm not even able to hold a card. The energy is so heavy and it's kind of wanting to be pulled to the ground, so it needs to be grounded, it needs to be experienced on the physical level. And I think that eventually one of you is going to have to leave the 3rd party, because the feelings are really, really passionate. And I see here that you guys are planting new seeds. So be mindful about having unprotected sex with this person, because this person might put a baby in the bun. Yeah, there is a strong likelihood for those of you in a heterosexual connection of this person actually pleasing you so strongly that they might actually get you pregnant, or there might be like incredibly fertile. There might be the right temperature conditions that you guys establish for procreation to happen, right? Because it takes a while. It's not that easy. Fertility doesn't just bam, unless you're Elon Musk. What? I don't know, your energy is so wacky, group 6. I really enjoy it, but it's just I find myself speaking very differently to your group than to all the other ones. Let me show you the rest of your cards, because all of these 4 Casanova tarot cards completely wipe the floor with your reading. We still have here the 4 of Cups. So yeah, a missed opportunity, kind of reeling about the past, kind of feeling like what you have in the present is not sufficient. It doesn't make you happy. So you're looking at the past, you're looking at what you had, an opportunity that you missed. You want something different than what you have. And this is where this person from your past comes in. The 8 of Cups also involves a necessary sacrifice, needing to walk away from something that you might find painful to leave behind you. But if it's not making you happy, I see that the emotional energy is gradually decreasing. You don't have any more energy to put in, you know? You're completely detached emotionally from the current situation you find yourself in, or the current situation in which your partner finds themselves in. And a decision needs to be made, a decision that will be painful. I'm warning you now, because we have the 8 of Cups, so there will be tears involved. However, there is a fated marker here, the Strength card. Yeah, per aspera ad astra, through difficulties to the stars. That's kind of the energy that I feel here between the 2 of you. So you might need to break somebody's heart. You might need to actually say no, draw a boundary, leave a connection behind. But I feel like you're meant to be. This is an incredibly sexually compatible pairing. So I feel like your next sexual encounter will be with a person from your past. It would be a secret hookup, and it will actually lead you to the realization that you need to end a connection you find yourself in, or a connection which your person finds themselves in. And yeah, look, we have Scorpio energy here. So Sexy things on the down though, keeping sexual secrets from your partner, mostly because I think there has been an erosion of trust and intimacy in your current connection. So that's why you feel the need to lust after someone else, because if there would be the strong emotional bond, this unbreakable trust between the two of you, I don't think that you'll feel the need to stray from an individual. So work through your fears. New Moon in Scorpio, yeah, you might be afraid to make a decision that will break somebody's heart. You might be afraid to act on your feelings, on your desires, but at the same time, inevitably, if you're afraid of acting on your desires and yet they are still there, you will most likely act on your desires as soon as you get drunk, or as soon as your mental control weakens. All of a sudden the repressed unconscious desire comes out. Yeah, so the desire is there. It's just a case of what you choose to do with it. If you deny it, repress it, it will explode on you. If you actually deal with it in a mature way and you realize, hang on a minute, I don't feel desire for my current partner. I feel this utmost desire for a person from my past. I have to make a difficult decision, but it's better if you just come clean and just tell people what you feel and let the chips fall where they may, because they will lead you towards the person you need to be with. The Strength card is a major arcana. So this does talk about a fated event that has happened in your life. Maybe this is a Pluto and your Venus transit. Maybe this is a Pluto in the first house, Pluto in the seventh house, because they mirror each other, the first and the seventh. Pluto, nonetheless. So smashing what you thought you knew to create something brand new. But on an emotional and sexual level, a lot of sexual intensity, a lot of passion, heat, like plutonic heat, you know, atomic, on an atomic level, like it makes your skin boil, like your blood curdle. Too many R's. I have a problem pronouncing R's, guys, in English, because the R's in my language are R, right? So English R's are a bit softer. And we have here fluidity, outer core, like Venus rising from the foam as she was created. You are able to emerge again. Definitely a Venus Pluto transit, transformation of your femininity, of whom you love, how you love. You could even get into low BDSM, slightly more kinky sex in this period. If in the past you were more prim and proper, now you're going to unleash the beast in the bedroom, literally, because we have the beast card here, the Strength card. So I feel like whoever this partner is that is triggering such intensity in you, most likely a Leo, possibly a Scorpio. I see Leo and Scorpio here very strongly on the table, so maybe this is a Leo Scorpio hookup that needs to be made evident. So fluidity, just flow with these changes, don't block them, don't repress what you feel, come clean about these things if it's you. If not, allow the other person to come clean, allow the other person the time and the space to finish off the previous connection so that you guys can be together. I feel like you're gonna flow into each other anyway. I feel like it's meant to be. You guys will be together. It's just a question of time and how you kind of manage all the other relationships around you. Because I definitely feel that one of you at least, if not both, were a little bit complacent. You kind of enter the connection because, you know, it's good to be with other people, why not? And now this game changer reappeared in your life and it's like, I need to make changes because I want this person with everything in my body, you know. Really, really hot, really powerful. We did begin with faithfulness and modesty, so for some of you this could be a really strong moral quandary. You might have never thought that you would come to this place where there will be this adultery kind of boundary that you might need to cross. But this is the thing about life, right? That's why it's good not to judge people, because we go through so many different experiences in life, and what's to say that you're not going to end up in exactly the same situation of the person you are judging? If you're judging somebody because they're poor, what's to say that you're not going to reach poverty one day? If you're judging somebody because they cheat on somebody else, what's to say that you won't cheat on your partner eventually? So, you know, judging other people, let's park it because karma has a funny way of working in life, right? It tends to put you in exactly that same situation that you despise, just to teach you a lesson. So I'm sure that you're going to handle the situation very beautifully, group 6, but it needs to be handled anyway because the intensity is off. the chart, right? The scale is Richter plus atomic level. So I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Let me know what choices you will make. If this resonated in any way, comment down below. Please subscribe. Please like this video so that it gets distributed in the interwebs and it touches the minds of very interesting people out there. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.